There we go. We have the mixer on. Because we're running behind, we're just going to try to get things moving here.
Mm-hmm.
So if y'all would like to introduce yourselves for the Shenmue 2 run.
All right. Well, I am Gooby.
I am TheFlyingMarlin.
Mm-hmm. We've got a pretty awesome game here. Going to be showing really cool RPG speedrun. Just really quick before we get started, I'm just going to do one thing here.
Yeah, I don't know why that's not. I mean, I can hear someone's game audio. I think it's player one's. Yeah.
That'd be
it's
Marlin.
Yeah, I don't know what to say.
Okay. Well, I'll do my best to go without it then.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
Yeah. Can try. Oh.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, output. Okay, I got it.
There you go.
Yep.
Right, so
All right.
with that, ready to go when you are. If you want to give me a countdown.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Charlie.
You ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, let's go in 3,
3,
2, 1, go. All right, good luck.
All right. Yeah. You too. So this is Shenmue 2.
Yep, so this is a 2001 RPG released by Sega. Developer Yu Suzuki, or not Yu Suzuki.
Oh yeah. Well. Or
Yu
creator.
yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yeah.
Yu Suzuki created it, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Made by Sega.
Yes.
It starts out with just this cutscene that you can't skip, so we're just gonna.
Put some money in, give some good luck.
Mhm.
This puts us in a little bit of a better position right here to go get these lighters. So we are going to be doing, there's 3 routes we could do here. There's a really, really, really safe route. There's the 50-50 route. And then there's the extremely rare to complete a run route.
Yeah.
We're doing the 50-50 by
Yeah.
getting 2 lighters here.
Yeah.
And the reason we're getting these lighters is we'll need $500 later, and we're going to be losing all of our $500 we have now.
Mhm. But we'll be able to keep all of our items, so this is pretty much a way of storing money for later.
Mm.
Anything else? Here, thank you. Want to buy another?
So as you saw there, I opened up the notebook and quit out of it quickly. That's because I could not proceed with any interactions without opening up the notebook first.
Mhm.
And we're buying a map right now, and this is actually a very important tool, as you'll see in just a few seconds.
Yeah, this is getting a map is going to be one of the main mechanics of this whole run. We're going to be doing what's called map glitch, and it's going to let us teleport through places in this way. But it's does not like to cooperate a lot of
No, it
times,
does
as
not.
it's not doing
It really
now.
does not. You gotta like mash and do something really particular. So.
Yeah, I just got the cutscene.
Yeah.
So we're trying to skip that one, but
So basically what a map glitch does is that it allows you to move around with the map open, which you're not normally supposed to do. And in doing that, you can skip triggers for certain events while still moving around. And that's going to be really useful, especially later on in the run.
yeah, there'll be some really tough map glitches we'll be doing later in the run. And yeah, it's going to skip us a whole area of the game later. It's going to be pretty wild.
So we got our bag stolen right here. My Rio got his bag stolen. Gooby's Rio is about to get his bag stolen.
Yep.
So yeah, normally we're not really supposed to be able to proceed to the next area until we get our bag back. However, we do have our trusty map, which can help us.
Alright, so we're gonna map glitch right over that bridge there. My glitches are both sometimes, some days it wants to work out, some days it just really doesn't. Nice, got it. So that's what a map glitch will look like on Marlin's screen. And I got it too. So you'll know it's activated because the map will start walking a little bit. So like that. So this run's going to be divided into 3 main sections. There's going to be Hong Kong, which is going to have a lot of story elements and just kind of, yeah, just story elements and things we're just going to be collecting various tasks. Kowloon's going to be a very glitch-heavy section. That's going to use a lot of map glitches. And then Goyuin is basically an auto-scroller.
Yeah, it's super chill. Alright.
So right now our task is to go over to the Come Over guest house. Joy, one of the characters in this game, we don't really get to see a lot of her because we're skipping all the cutscenes. She gets us a place to stay at this guest house, and this is where we're going to be staying temporarily. There's going to be a few different places we'll be staying, but for now this is the one.
Okay, I should make some money.
All right.
I'll look for the South Korean quarter.
So now we're going to do a really funky glitch here where we're going to go to this gambling stand and we're going to look at the sign and zoom in and talk to someone on the same frame, and we're going to turn invisible right there. It's the spooky ghost glitch. And yeah, this is similar to the map glitch in that it allows us to skip event triggers.
The stream is too scary. I got to close my eyes.
Yeah. So normally when passing by this guy, he's going to do a little event where we have to adjust his crooked sign, but we can skip right through that.
There you go.
First try?
Got it 3rd try.
Oh.
It's a hard one because it's like
It is a
right
hard
as
one,
you zoom, yeah. But yeah, that would save minutes compared to doing that as intended. 'Cause that sign can be, it can take a while to adjust.
Yeah. All right.
So Marlin is going to be going to meet the most brilliant man in Hong Kong.
Yep.
He is an 8 million IQ character. So what's going to happen is that we're looking for a martial artist by the name of Li Xiao Tao. And we believe that Li Xiao Tao is in these apartments, the Yanton apartments. So we go and talk to this guy, and he says, well, I'll tell you where Li Xiao Tao is if you pay me. And then we say, okay, but, and then he says, wow, well, why don't you just go to Manmo Temple and ask for the Grandmaster? And, oh, I guess we didn't need to pay you after all then.
Are you master?
Shenmue dialogue is it's something.
You sure? You're a con man, I understand. Hey, thank you very much, man.
Speech 100.
Oh, Shenmue dialogue.
What do you want? Excuse me.
It's fun to play this game in Japanese, but you miss out on so much of the fun voice acting and dialogue.
Yeah, the voice acting and dialogue in Shenmue is pretty great. It's very goofy and just bizarre. It's wonderful. Also, the song that Marlin's in, it's got the same beat as Disturbed's Down with the Sickness. Don't know why.
Oh,
Is
my
that your
throat.
Disturbed impression?
Yeah, that was. There's much room for improvement there. temple.
Mhm.
Have to do another notebook buffer before I open the door.
So yeah, once we go into the temple, we'll be sent on a quest to find what's called the 4 Wudu. These are just 4 martial arts principles we're going to learn for like become a better martial artist.
Yeah.
But we call them the 4 Twitch emotes instead.
Because that's a lot more fun.
Hmm.
So yeah, this is now an interactive run. So Twitch chat, get those emotes out.
There will be a lot of emotes during this run. So yeah, Marlin's coming up to the first one here. We're going to be going to this barber. And if you've played Shenmue 1, you'll kind of know the significance of barbers. 'Cause the, there's a whole storyline,
Yeah,
the 3 blades.
The 3 Blades
Yep.
Street, and then that's a nod to Shenmue 1.
Mhm.
Zanyu Barber's shop. This must be Zanyu's shop.
The Wudu are important to those who study the martial arts. Those without the Wudu often strayed from the path and were hated by others.
Excuse me. Welcome.
Those
Do you know
people
if
were often
Mark-
killed
Yes.
when they
Zanyu.
were off guard.
He's pretty nice. Zanyu.
For example,
Example,
While they're
having
at
tea.
We're sitting
Sitting
in
Twitch
Twitch chat.
Don't move, chat, no matter what happens.
This must be Zanyu's shop.
Yeah, so that QTE right there, you're not supposed to hit it. If you hit A or if you hit any button at all, you'll fail and you have to do it again.
But I did not feel any menace.
those people were often killed and stayed calm off guard to make the right decision. For example, while they were that is one of the Wudu, Don, or sitting at the barber's. Listen, do
Don.
not move, no matter what happens.
Be brave. Stay calm. in order to do it correctly.
I didn't move. Whew.
You'll be a master of martial arts. So young, but you've got guts.
The
All
razor's
right.
motion was sharp.
So now we have our first Twitch emote,
Mhm.
Don, or whoops, whoa, that was weird movement. Movement
Yep.
in this is really weird. Like the hitboxes for people are kind of weird, and if you get too close to a person, you'll kind of yeet you in the other direction.
Yeah, movement in Shenmue in general is really kind of strange and hard to control. Harder than it looks, especially turning is pretty difficult.
Yeah.
Especially 180, because Ryo has to go to a full stop and then do this slow full turn, and it's a process.
All right. Took the long way to the pawn shop.
Yep.
But we are now going to the pawn shops.
Are you Marlin, and is this your pawn shop?
Is this your first time
Yeah.
here?
Yes.
There's one thing I've learned in however many years, it's that
This then.
you'll never know who's going to walk through that door.
It is our flyer. The buying rates are listed on it. And what
This
we
guy
need-
also has a Texas accent, but it's in Hong Kong, so that's also a
yes,
thing.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Is this your first time here?
Shenmue dialogue things.
The accents in this game are kind of all over the place.
And if you zoom in on this this pawn shop, the pawn shop owner, and you talk with him, like to sell, you will soft lock every time.
Yeah, it's a weird glitch. So, yeah. Also, it's like really, really rare. But if you're running on these stairs, sometimes you can get a random cutscene where Ryo looks up and sees an airplane. It's kind of cool, except when you're doing a speed run and it loses you like 10 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, it's random, and yeah, it's it's just, oh, there's a plane. I lost 10 seconds.
Oops. All right. So now we're on our way to the second Twitch emote. We're gonna go to this little park here with this old guy practicing Tai Chi. We're gonna try try punching him, but he's gonna keep dodging.
Very sharp.
So now we're gonna try to beat up this tree.
I should continue.
Oops. So the story is that apparently, I don't know,
What I need.
the story according to Gooby is that apparently Ryo doesn't like trees, and he wants to punch this tree. I don't know why you wouldn't like trees, but that old man wouldn't let him punch the tree, so he had to convince him that we're good at fighting in order to do this.
Disregard that we're punching a tree as
Yeah.
we're supporting the carbonfund.org Foundation.
Yeah.
Everything is
Yeah.
fine with this.
I think the reason why Ryo is punching this tree is because that he thinks the tree is Landi.
Yep.
You look too stiff.
If you don't know, Landi is, if you're not familiar with Shenmue, Landi is the main villain of Shenmue. Right in the beginning of the game, he kills your father in Shenmue 1.
You look too stiff.
And the whole series is basically Ryo's quest to find him and pretty much get revenge.
Did you ease your shoulders, Marlin?
I did. So basically what this is this meter on the bottom left fills up, and we want to hit it with as many dots as possible. If we get it in the red, I think we get like 4 or 5 points.
I understand.
If we get it in the yellow, we get 2 points. And then if we get it in the upper part of the blue, we get 1 point. Lower part of the blue gets 0 points. We want to get, I think, 41 points. So yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always go up into the red, so the best strat is just to aim for the yellow.
Yeah, because getting the red, it's a really rare chance to get a red.
It's like a 1 in 4.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it right there.
Well, really?
Yeah.
Wow. That is amazing.
Pog champ.
That's really rare to happen.
Yeah, because in the speedrun, you don't want to aim for that, so. It says a little late on the input there.
That's looking much better.
Looking good. I think I'm getting it. How's this? I could improve.
Oops. Ooh. Almost had it. There we go.
Nice. Good job.
So now we have our second Twitch emote. Punching trees.
Yeah.
Because what else would that be?
There gotta be.
Oh, whoa.
As we're destroying a tree here, please support the carbonfund.org Foundation. Where they have projects to plant trees, so we can get this tree a friend and
Yeah.
not have to beat it up.
All right.
So we're going to get our third Twitch emote. So we're going to talk to that Grandmaster, and
Are you the master?
he knows the third Voodoo, but is not going to teach us because he doesn't feel like qualified because he expelled a disciple of his. And so we have to bring his disciple back to the Voodoo.
Please tell me there is a to me.
So yeah, we are not going to go to South Carmine Quarter here. We are going to the Golden
Nope.
Quarter, which is a very different quarter from the rest of these. It's much more like a modern city, and it's pretty cool. There's an arcade which we are not going to go to because it's not.
It's not. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's-
if you want to spend your speed run at the arcade, I guess you could.
I mean, I would be down with that, but I mean,
Could play some Outrun during it. I'm not gonna do a speed run. Let's play Outrun instead.
so yeah, so it has the arcade actually has the arcades in Shenmue 1 and 2 actually have ROMs of Sega arcade games like, programmed into them, which is really cool. Like Hang On is in Shenmue 1, Outrun is in Shenmue 2, and they have what is it? They have Space Harrier. Oh, it's really cool.
Yep.
But now we're gonna go into this mall. We're gonna see this street performer here, and now we're just gonna try to break this rock because we think this rock is Landy.
I'm convinced. It looks just like Landy.
Unfortunately, that is not Landy,
Aw.
so we gotta head back. We did get a letter from this guy, so we're gonna give this to the Grandmaster we saw earlier.
That's close, I
But
guess.
unfortunately, because that was not Landy, we do have some more gameplay to do. All right, a little high five there. think.
Kind of a high five. Yeah, you could say a high
At
five.
some point, we'll probably cross paths.
Yeah. So once we deliver this letter, we'll have our third Twitch emote, and then we're gonna get in the progress of getting our fourth. And whenever I want to learn about martial arts principles and Twitch emotes, I go to the pharmacy, of all places.
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't you, right?
Oops. Ooh.
So yeah, we're gonna go to a pharmacy where there'll be a character who knows all the Voodoo teachers. So then if you're playing this game casually, that's a useful thing to know. If you just want to get the cues for the Voodoos, then you can go and talk to that pharmacist.
All right.
Excuse, do you know go to Sunny Cap? All right. This is Sunny Capital Pharmacy.
This is indeed Sunny Capital Pharmacy.
I'm looking for. I heard that many.
There's the
Yes.
cat just
Can you
lying down there.
Yes.
Mhm.
this is
Definitely
Sunny
looks like
Capital
it's seen
Pharmacy.
some stuff.
Do you have any? Excuse Guishan. I'm looking
I like to think this guy sounds like Jiminy Cricket.
Yes.
And it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you have any?
All right, so now we're gonna get another map for a little bit later.
Guishan. Who?
This is the map that we're gonna use for the glitches in this half of Hong Kong.
Mhm.
I understand.
This will let us do what's called Duelin Skip.
Wise
It's
man's
right
quarter.
over
I'll
there.
get it.
And so Joy is going to get us a job, but we're going to skip it, and that'll save us a ton of time instead
Yeah.
of doing the job.
Wise man's quarter. It'll come in handy.
So here are the Yanton apartments, right up here. We're gonna find our fourth Twitch emote, sort of.
Mhm.
Except there's some shady people hanging out there, so we're just gonna use our elbows. Celebrate National Elbow Day.
So how could you
You get an
forget?
elbow. Oops, hold on. You get an elbow. You get an elbow. So yeah, the elbow is by far the strongest attack in this game.
Mhm.
It's not even close, really. So there we go. Oh, one more, I think. Oh,
Oh.
there. Oh, yeah. So yeah, now we got a tip on what the fourth voodoo is, but she forgot what it was called. So that didn't really help us too much. So now we're gonna head back to the guest house.
So when doing fights, the command to do the elbow is forward, forward punch, but the camera changes kind of randomly. And so that can change how you do the forward, forward punch. So sometimes you'll do a punch instead from it.
Yeah. And sometimes that punch is just gonna hit the air.
And I like to say sometimes they're just allergic to elbows. On
Yeah.
National Elbow Day, we got to make sure everyone can celebrate National Elbow Day.
Yeah.
So our goal here is to get to the apartments at about 8 p.m.
Yep.
And it looks like we're both going to get there.
7:58,
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna be in the room like right at 8.
Yep, and that's right when we can sleep.
Smash up here. Alright.
Yep, we got there at 7:58 too.
Alright.
So we both had pretty similar
Yeah.
movement.
So now we're gonna do another map glitch here, which allows us to fall through the floor here. Because map glitches on stairs do some really weird stuff.
Nice. That was Duelin Skip.
Alright, do we have the jump for joy? Or not?
Don't believe that got met.
Okay, oh,
Joy.
oops.
What are you doing?
Whoops.
Oh.
Alright.
Ah, that's unfortunate. There's a
It's-
pretty funny glitch
yeah.
you can show there, but that's okay.
It's basically if you enter a dialogue with Joy right there, she was the girl who was standing outside of there. If you walk up to her and actually start a dialogue with her, as opposed to just walk into the dialogue, she'll start just randomly jumping. And that's because of the glitch we did for some reason.
I think, from what I've heard, I don't know if it's true, but I think it's like her animations get replaced with the duck animations because Shenmue. It's
Shenmue.
because
Just Shenmue things.
the more you play this game, you just kind of realize, yeah, just because Shenmue.
There are ducks in this game, and you can race the ducks. So if you want to see the second best animal racing game, donate towards that.
The first best animal racing game. Or I guess just the best.
Second best JRPG that features animal racing.
All right, there we go.
All right.
So we're going to be doing a map glitch into the temple here. Normally there's a monk who stops you from going and you have to get through a cutscene with him. But with map glitching, we can avoid that, which is really nice. I'm going to get a map here. This is a little difference from what I'm doing for Marlin. Nice, got it.
There we go. And
Excuse me.
get ready to say service.
There's just a pretty funny cutscene. It's kind of a meme in Shenmue speedrunning. You just say, service here?
Yeah. Unfortunately, the best part of the cutscene you skip, but
Am I the only one cleaning away the soot?
It's just kind of... I don't know why, it just kind of became its own thing. It's bizarre.
Excuse me.
What? You can't be here during this hour.
I'm here to see Master Mo.
Huh? If you're here to pray, come back later.
Please, I need to ask something.
There we go.
Well, then you should give service first.
So another way you can tell map glitch is active.
Service?
Service?
Yes.
you'll hear it again soon.
How about cleaning
My
away
bad.
the
Yeah, I
soot?
started.
Yeah. All right. Give service.
Ba-da, ba-da, ba, ba-da, ba,
Ba-da,
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 ba-da, ba, ba-da.
This is...
Yee.
Act without hesitation. To do
Can't
the
be
right
here
thing.
during this hour.
I'm here to see Master Mo.
Huh? If you're here to pray, come back later.
Please, I need
So
to
now that
ask
we've got all the woodoos,
Then you should
we like to joke that this is the next voodoo, the hardest voodoo of trying to get a girlfriend. This is
Service.
service.
Yeah.
How about cleaning
So,
away the
but
soot?
apparently, this fight's on a timer. However, the fastest way to do that is to just mash grab,
Yeah, for whatever reason.
and she's just dodges. It's not really a fight. Just like come at me.
This is... Yi. Act without hesitation. To do the right thing.
So now, Shuin there, that's the character we were in the fight with.
She's also Li Xiao Tao.
Yep. She is the Grandmaster we were looking for. But we have to wait for her to get to her apartment. She's letting us stay there. And so while we're doing that, we're going to be selling our equipment because we're going to be needing $500 later in this run. And we can get 300 of that right now.
Whoa. Movement. See, I'm just gonna mash through this pawn shop.
Yes.
This guy's kind of a jerk. He likes to talk smack about other pawn shops.
It's our flyer. You can check my buying rates on it. Are you going to sell something?
Because the different shops have slightly different rates, so we're gonna go to this shop and the shop we went to earlier as well, just
Yes.
to get the most
Is
bang
there
for our buck, or I guess the most buck for our bang in this case.
That one.
Yes.
Really?
Yep, so
Is
it's just
there
going to be a lot of menuing pretty much. We're going to end up with over $300 at the end of this.
That one.
Yes.
Really? Is there any?
Ideally, what we want to do is get it so the menu doesn't even pop up at all, but that's pretty
Yeah,
pretty rare and really tough. So
Yeah,
like
and
Is
it's,
there
in the grand scheme of things, not like a really
Yes.
huge time save. So
Yeah, that's like the really, really optimal.
Yes.
But yeah.
Is there any something?
So then it's just left, mash,
I'd better.
mash, then left.
Yes.
Store? Really? Is there any?
You kind of get into a motion of it.
yeah,
Mhm.
That
a little early there.
Yes.
really? Is there any?
Oh,
And this is where we're also gonna sell those lighters,
Welcome to you.
because that will push us over that 300.
I want.
Yes.
Really? Is there any?
Yes.
I understand.
I mean, if you'd like to push us over 800, yeah, over the $800, get us to 900 to get us to the 900.
Yes.
It's early morning.
yeah, it's
Look at
Please.
we're both running on like 3 hours of sleep right now.
Just to get us to that $900, you certainly could do that.
I see. If
You can just type / donate for the link to our goals in Bid Wars.
All right. Now we're gonna.
Oh yeah, I got one.
Oh, no, no
The
frame.
No frame. Yep.
Pog.
Yep. That's what it looks like.
So now here's another auto scroller. Just run up and wait.
Mm. Oh, went the wrong way. Yeah, this game is kind of bizarre with its auto scrollers. It's kind of just a bizarre sort of run too. Can't really think of any other run that sort of has the same kind of tech and the same kind of style like it.
Yes.
I understand. Is there any?
It's my phone.
Uh-oh.
All right.
So now we're going to be changing games here. We're going to be playing Clumsy
Clumsy
Librarian
Simulator. Yeah.
2K20 edition.
If you like.
Even though this game definitely did not come out in 2020.
No.
Carry each pile and place it on
2K01, I guess, son.
I'll spread out the books. You just carry them out. Your service to the temple will last until
We are
morning.
giving service again.
If you carry them all
Mhm.
out, you'll be done.
I got it.
Rio is going to become the best librarian he can be.
Drop them.
Determined,
Let's get to work.
giving up martial arts
Might as well.
to become an excellent librarian.
All right.
All right, we'll get started.
So we're going to carry out 2 stacks of books first, and we're going to do the best job we can. And the reason for that is because it'll advance the clock enough so we can trigger certain time-sensitive events. But unfortunately, Rio's best job at carrying out books is not that good.
Maybe on the second try you'll get it.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Let's see here.
Oh,
Whoops.
Oh.
Yeah. But that
Please
yeah,
get
that's
started.
it's quicker to just not be good at
Bring the next pile.
being a
Carry
librarian.
each pile
Mhm.
and place it on the stack.
So we need to speed up the in-game clock to 10.
You just carry them out.
Whoops. Oh.
Master's
Oh.
call.
Yeah, that can happen.
Yeah.
Leave now.
So Marlon's going to be map glitching out of this area now. And that is to get a Q
I got it.
and just skip this
They are
There we go.
precious,
job. Yep,
so
nice.
don't drop them. Let's get to work.
All right.
Might as well.
And then we're gonna go into the temple and out of the temple, and that's gonna make it so we can like just skip this whole event job thing. Whoops.
Bring
Little-
the next pile.
All right, so now we are out of here. Now we're gonna get a tip from this lady down here about Yuan Deju, who is pretty much the guy we've been trying to look for since we got here.
Excuse.
Well,
Do you know a
he found.
Do you know any?
He
Alright.
published.
Where is the?
It's a.
So yeah,
Okay.
he wrote a book, but we don't know where we can find books anywhere around here. So yeah,
I mean, we were just in the library. Couldn't go there, right?
yeah. But it's worth checking anyway, in case they might have books there.
Yeah, map glitch is not.
So yeah, this is speaking of
There we
map
go.
glitches. I'm about to do one of the trickier map glitches in the game.
Mhm.
Into the library because the library is unfortunately locked. Oops, a little
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one of the toughest map glitches in the game right there.
Oops. A little high five here, because
More high fives.
come on, let's see.
Supporting each other in our runs.
Mhm. There we go.
Nice, good job. So you got to get it right as Ryo's foot hits the ground.
All right. So now this is one of the more frustrating parts of the run, which I'm going to switch to mouse for.
Excuse.
Welcome.
Do you know a person?
He's
Leaf catching.
Yep, so
It's a book.
Okay.
There we go.
I got it.
we're going to have to catch 4 leaves.
Yeah. So now,
Yep.
and the next 3 have to be in a row. We just got to aim for 1 leaf at a time, or in Japanese, happa ichimai areba ii. Ikite iru kara lucky da.
2 more leaves.
Big shout out to our Japanese restream, by
Yeah.
the way.
And all our other streamers too.
Good. 1 more
Yeah.
time.
There we go.
Happa ichimai areba ii. Ooh, a little late. Ikite iru kara lucky da.
It's
Okay,
from,
there we go.
Nice, good job.
Yatta! It's a great Japanese comedy sketch. It's, yeah. It's amazing. Now we got a weird piece of paper, so
The timing for catching the
we're about to head to the one place where you always want to go if you find a mysterious piece of paper. That's right, the antique store.
Because, you know, of
It's
all
a-
places.
Weird piece of paper.
I got it. 2 more times.
So with leaf catching, it's kind of bizarre because only in the 1.0 version on PC, there you go. You have to use the right stick. You can't use the left stick. On other versions and later patches you can, but
Yeah.
1.0 is fastest.
And on Xbox, you can use the left stick too. It's really weird.
Yeah.
The patch 1.0 is just really strange in general. There are a lot of bugs that they didn't really, that kind of popped up in the port. A little few differences too. So now that there's nobody here, so we're just going to do a little magic trick here. We're going to save. And then exit. And then reload. And hey, look, there's somebody right there.
Excuse me. Come on. Do you know what the...
This is
I don't know why that happens. Think that's because we're here too early and then the NPCs don't spawn.
Could you tell me...
I own.
Guishan? You mean Gui...
Yes. If you
I understand.
All right. So now we just got to go back to Guishang and the Yantin Yantin apartments. There's so many apartments in this game. I get the names mixed up.
There are certainly quite a lot of them.
Yeah. So now we're going to go back to the South Carmine Quarter. Now keep an eye on the clock on the upper right corner of my screen. Oops, went the wrong way there.
Excuse me.
come on in.
So as you can see, it's quarter to 11 a.m. And yeah, keep an eye on that because
Could you tell me...
just to get an idea of how long we're going to be learning how to do the Chawan sign here.
These are the Yanten apartments. I wonder if Guishan is here.
All right. So yeah, it's almost 11 o'clock.
Start moving the left cup.
So we're going to start moving
Now
left up,
move it to the
move to
top.
the top,
Good. Now take the second cup from the right. Yes.
Now move it to the bottom.
And
and you wait. All right, so we got in here around 11 a.m. And now it's 11 p.m.
I should get some rest.
So that cup moving lesson took 12 hours long, so
It was a very
Yeah.
exciting lesson.
all right, so now we have book service again, but we can just skip this one because there's no time-sensitive events here.
I wonder if Guishan is here.
If you
Nope.
don't do the
Whoops.
task, I'll get into trouble too.
Start moving the left cup. Now move it to the top. Good. Now take the second cup from the right. Yes.
All right. Done making the Chawan sign too.
It's quite late now.
And then so we're doing a repeat of the map glitch we did earlier to skip book service. It's important the location you end up on this map glitch, because if you do it too early,
Yeah.
then the monk will kind of try to keep retrieving you, and that just
It
gets
takes a
yeah.
while. It's You either have to like really like at a really precise point enter another map glitch to get out of it, or you just have to wait like a minute for Ryo to slowly warp his way back. Yeah, it's frustrating. So yeah, now we know the Chawan sign, which is where you leave 4 cups in a reverse check mark. If anybody wants to play along, there are cups in this room. There are many cups in this room. Definitely more than 4, so yeah.
If you want to make a Chawan sign, go for it. So what a Chawan sign is it's a code martial artists use to talk to other martial artists.
They use it to find other martial artists and stuff, so. And apparently different Chawan signs mean different things, so you, whoa, what, okay, my controller kind of yeeted out there.
Okay.
There we go.
Good? Okay.
That was strange.
Yeah.
It just, it froze on the right stick, or left stick going to the right input, so that was weird. But
Glad it's working now.
yeah. Need to watch this out.
Looks like I can make the sign there.
So for context, there are a whole bunch of restaurants that have 4 cups in a row that you can move, but this is the only one that actually progresses the story. And in fact, some of them can get you like into like some pretty bad moments. So we got a guy who taps on the shoulder. Now we're gonna go in here again and just wait for 10 hours.
I'll wait till 8 o'clock.
In the newest DLC of Shenmue 3, there's a point where you can you get to learn new Chawan signs too.
Oh,
Looks like
I didn't
can
know
make the
that.
sign.
Yep.
Okay, I'll start.
Might need to get that DLC then.
Yeah, they gotta get on that DLC and
So
support
yeah, but
Shenmue.
unfortunately some bad dudes followed us here, and I accidentally broke the table, so
No,
rip the table.
Not the already break. Oh,
Some guys showed up because they heard it was National Elbow Day and they just want to celebrate. So yeah, yeah,
break the table, break my heart, Marlin.
there we go.
The table is just kind of a joke in Shenmue speedrunning.
Yeah.
See if you can keep the table up or not.
There's no it has absolutely no bearing on anything in the game, but it's just yeah. So we get in this other this QTE thing, which is luckily the same every time, and I had it written down right here.
Yep, and you can buffer QTEs in this game, which is nice.
And now we're gonna have probably the most powerful attack. We're gonna face the most powerful attack in the whole game. The worst weapon in the whole game, a watermelon.
You ever just throw a watermelon at someone? It's funny on the notes here. It's just it's all the inputs and then watermelon and then it's all the inputs again. Big shout outs to Audissic, by the way.
Yeah,
for-
just like we are both using his document notes here. His Google Doc with notes. That is what pretty much taught me how to do this run, because it's really detailed. So yeah.
Yeah, Audissic's an excellent runner of this game. Really done a lot for the community, so
Yeah.
big shout outs to Audissic.
Also, if it weren't for him, we would both be playing on the newest patch, which is like 5-10 minutes slower.
Yeah.
So. All right. So I hope there are no Wind Waker runners in this room, because we are about to do the one true barrier skip right here. Past this construction barrier, this construction barrier is supposed to make us go through another quarter. However, we're going to just map glitch through it. There we go. This is the barrier skip right here. And there we go.
Nice, good job.
It's, yeah.
So you just got to see Barrier Skip live in a marathon?
Yeah. All right. I don't see what the big deal about it is. It's just a map glitch.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Yeah, it's not like we're breaking out of a castle or anything like
No.
that.
Who would do that?
I don't know. So now we're gonna go all the way back to the original, like the Aberdeen area, which is that kind of western docklands area that we saw at the beginning. Big port area. So we got a tip that there's a gang called the Heavens in that area, and their leader's name is Ren, and he is the rival of, he's the rival of another gang, the gangster, and he apparently has some info on where Yuan Dezhu might be. So we're gonna see if we can find him.
We also, unfortunately, there's an RNG section coming up in this part of
Yeah.
the run. So there is a minigame we have to play called Big or Small, and it's essentially betting your run on a 50-50 chance.
It's a one-on-one game.
And you can make some money in Big or Small. So,
We're gonna ask a few people about the Heavens and seeing if we can find out how to meet anybody from them.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
I'm looking for.
You can use
yep.
Beverly Hills Wharf. That's where I want to be.
Gonna live the lifestyle rich and famous, Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
So that with Shenmue.
Yep. Now, as you can see, it's kind of gone downhill just a little bit.
Who are you? This is no place for strangers. Get
But-
lost before you get hurt.
Well, you know,
And we
it's
can't get in, yeah. I mean,
It's Beverly Hills.
you know, Beverly
so-
Hills, it's a pretty exclusive area, so you can see why they'd want to keep a low profile and have a gatekeeper.
Remember to talk to the antique guy. Just,
Oh,
yep. Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
That is a
yep,
mistake that
yep.
both of us have made way too many times.
I saw you running, and you're like, oh no.
Thank you.
So
Okay.
Shenmue is really, getting cues is really, really important, and if you miss a cue, that can throw off a lot of different things. And that one shopkeeper, you need him for
Yeah.
a certain cue, and yeah, if you miss it, it can cost you like a few minutes.
Because you'll probably end up forgetting later on down the line, and yeah. And you shouldn't forget to talk to him either.
Yep, yep. I hope not after reminding about it.
Yeah. So now we're about to play a one-on-one game. We are going to hopefully make some money with Big or Small. So I'm asking for some input. What should we do, Big or Small?
Medium. We unfortunately can't go medium. So my roommate DJ Fatso, he has a really, really good track record of getting these right for me, so I'm gonna bet on Big. He told me last night it's gonna be Big.
All right.
And so there's gonna be three dice you're gonna roll, and you want, if it's 11 or higher, it's gonna be Big. If it's 10 or lower, it is small. It's the same for like, if for betting Big or small. It's not like riskier or not, it's just 50-50.
All right.
I'll play.
I'm going to take Fatso's advice and do Big as well.
All right.
So we're going to bet $200, which is a max bet. Place the bet. Let's see here. And we have a small. It's a chow, though.
Oh, a
It's
chow?
It's one.
No way!
It's 3 in a row, which is chow.
Wow.
Which pays like 8-1 odds, I think.
Yeah, so you
But-
could have done the riskiest strats and gotten
Yeah, and I could-
unbelievable.
Yeah. So that's no huge deal. We can just I did drop a save right beforehand, so
Yeah, I'm gonna do
Oops,
2
whoa.
saves just to be extra
yeah.
safe.
There we go. See, now we're pretty much tied up. Oh, wow.
Somebody with big
We
or
are
small.
like exactly synced up right now.
Oh, okay. That's really cool. I'll play.
I'll play.
Oh, we got the same dialogue RG too? That's incredible. All right, Big it is.
Big, definitely.
Roll a
Okay,
die.
come on. Let's see if we get the same dice. 12. Yes.
I got enough. It's Big. Nice. Getting
There we
both
go. Both got
bigs.
big. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, now so there's another reason we went into this guy because he knows about the heavens. This is like a high rolling parlor, so So we'll ask him for a little tip on them. So now we know where they are, at the number 8 warehouse, which is also probably a nod to Shenmue 1, because that is a very important warehouse in Shenmue 1. A different warehouse number 8.
I'm really glad we're synced here because big or small can really mess you over, and I was really hoping that it wouldn't screw one of us
So
over.
this is a really close race.
Yep. Yeah, because we've had races where like I've gotten 8 not right before, and it's I'll lose like over a minute.
Yeah.
It's like I don't.
I mean, there's like a 1 in 128 chance of that happening, but it can happen, and it's really frustrating.
Yep, I just it was a time.
So now we have so now some other guys. We're throwing a National Elbow Day party, so we're gonna celebrate it with them. All right. Oh, come on. There we go. You get an elbow. You get an elbow.
Under your seat. It's an
elbow.
elbow.
There we go. Now we have another fight right after this, except this one's on a timer, and you cannot win or lose it. So just do whatever. Sometimes when I'm at home, I use this fight to quickly run downstairs, get some water, and run back upstairs.
Yep. Oh yeah. Fun thing, you can wave dash in this game.
Wave dash. So yeah, I guess we're smashers now. So
I guess you have to go back to the smash room.
yeah, maybe get some gas masks or whatever. Wave dash.
But yeah, this fight, and then there'll be another fight with Shuing where
It's also on a
we
timer.
can do that too. Yeah, it's on the timer.
And there's nothing we can do to speed it up, so we can just All right. So now we're in Beverly Hills, and as you can see, we have our own private yacht right there. It's really nice.
Living the lifestyle that rich and famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now there are some other guys around here who also want to celebrate National Elbow Day, even though it's the next day. But because today's not National Elbow Day, we're just gonna ignore them because it's not National Elbow Day anymore.
They gotta celebrate that. We already had so much Elbow Day celebration. Have a late celebration. So this is a long, kind of precise map glitch we're gonna do.
Yep. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I'll be quiet for that one.
yeah, it's like it turns right, then turns left. So yeah, and there's a little bit of an audio cue here. Oops. Because if you can hear a jammin' beat playing,
Yeah.
it's a rap, but it's not the best rap song you'll hear during this marathon.
It's not like we have an incentive for a rap song, right?
Yeah.
No, not at all.
We do have an incentive for oops. Oh no. Oh, I got the fight.
I got a fight too.
Yeah.
I couldn't get the first mad glitch. I'm gonna try it again. But
Oh, luckily this is a really quick fight. And that wasn't even as quick as it could be, because I threw a few punches instead of elbows.
there we go. It's activated now.
There we go.
Map glitches on the ground are the hardest
Yeah.
ones. It's
You have to mash a lot more vigorously.
yeah. It just kind of it's 30 frame. 30 FPS game, and it just kind of you have to get at a certain point in the run cycle, and it
Yeah.
just doesn't always like to sync up.
All right.
Also, Ren is gonna say something that's been on my mind.
Yeah, I know.
For this marathon.
I think anybody who's watching should listen to what he's about to say, because some words of wisdom.
Oh, come on, get it.
Oh, you avoided the fight?
Avoided it, yes,
Oh,
barely.
you were like right by where I was, where I triggered it. Let's make a donation.
Yes, please support the
Are
Carbon
you the one who
Fund.org.
wants to make a donation?
Yes, be the one who's gonna make a donation.
So yeah, now he's gonna try to trick us with a knife, and
So this is you giving your money to CarbonFund.org Foundation. And
but Carbon Fund.org Foundation is not gonna do this.
it will not do this
And
to
we
you.
are not gonna do this to you either.
We will instead be very happy.
We'll be
and
very
appreciative.
happy. So yeah, now we woke up the next day here. I don't even remember exactly what the chain of events was because we skipped it, but yeah. So now we're just gonna get into one more fight to find out where Ren went, because that Ren.
Ren. This is also why we needed $500
Yeah.
just for this.
Just to make a donation, just to pretty much bribe him into telling us where Yanazu is, and even then he evades it.
yeah.
We're gonna get into one more fight right here.
Yeah, we go to this fight specifically because it has the least amount of
Yeah.
people there.
There's a guy with a very nice baseball jersey on. This is Heavens. Come on. Okay, elbows. There we go, elbows.
All these other people, like groups of people here, will give
Here's
you the
the guy.
cue, but
There we go.
good
Guys.
fight. Wow, that was
Yeah, I had a little
clean.
I had a bit of a rocky start, but the second two guys got. Yeah, that was wow.
Wow.
That's how the fights go in this, because sometimes the camera is deceptive with what directions it thinks are forward and backward.
It is very hard to be consistent in fights in
Yeah.
this game.
Especially for these ones, because for some reason the fights in this section of the game are first person or quasi first person, whereas the other ones have a different angle. That's the wrong way. Is it? Wait. Wait. Whoops.
Back,
Okay.
back to the right. That'll get you out to Pigeon Park.
Okay, yeah.
Yep,
I
right,
I got
yeah. There you go.
disoriented.
Yep, right there. Yep.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Never mind. Okay.
It's really easy to get disoriented in this game. It's happened to all of us running Shenmue 2 before. It's a big game.
Yeah. The worst is when if you accidentally run too close to this guy wearing a raincoat, you can enter a little mini quest, which you can ignore, but it'll exit you facing in a different direction. And that's towards the beginning, and that's I learned the hard way.
Yep.
So now we're playing the world's most intense game of tag.
The game changes a lot in this game, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it does.
Ren gets very much so into his tag games.
Yeah.
But, you know, I believe Ro could tag him. Press 1 if you believe we can catch Ren.
All right. So now we're going to the parkour section of this game of tag.
So we're going to fail the first quick time here because it's like a few frames faster.
Yeah.
And, yep. All right, Ren.
Oh, crap.
Oh.
Okay, that's fine. There we go. Couple seconds.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm surprised that didn't lose me more time. But it,
Oh, you're good. Yep.
so yeah, now we're gonna some expert tightrope walking skills here. 'Cause somehow Ren got across there really quickly, and we don't really know how.
All right, Ren. This game of tag might be getting a little too intense. I think we gotta tone down our game of tag here.
Yeah.
All right, Ren. This is definitely getting too intense of a
Yeah.
game of tag. We gotta we gotta slow down.
All right. Don't mash too hard.
Yes, you can soft lock here, and
There we go.
In our races, I've definitely soft locked a few times here. Just gonna be extra careful to not
Yeah.
mash here.
Yeah, you just
Only by mashing is what causes it.
and mashing too hard too. 'Cause I think I don't know exactly how it happens, but yeah, you can soft lock there, and it's not fun.
Okay.
All right, so now we're gonna head back to the temple yard.
Yep, so we are now leaving Hong Kong and going into our next area of the game, Kowloon.
This is the wave dash fight.
Yep.
This is more prominent wave dashing because there's not a lot of enemies blocking us, so we can.
I mean, Rose wave dashes are looking good. His next step is to work on his L canceling. We'll get there though.
Let's see if we can up B, but I don't know. I don't play Smash, so I don't know I don't know any of this stuff.
That's all good.
I knew about wave dashing in Shenmue 2 before I knew about wave dashing in Smash.
Just the 2 screens of this going on is just so ridiculous looking. Speed running.
All right. So now we're going to learn how to step to the left.
The weight shift looks fine. Try exerting force with your arms and legs next. Try it now.
All right. So now we're going to step here. All right. Fus Rota! And now this guy just got R-E-K-T. That's how you spell it in Chinese, I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure that spells wrecked.
Yeah.
Forget the move.
Yes.
So now we're going to go to a very, very different part of the run.
Yep, this gets a lot different. We've been kind of like memeing on, joking around. This part, we're going to probably be pretty quiet and focus on our glitches because there's a lot. There's going to be like 20 glitches we're going to be doing in the series of like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be a lot.
Don't forget that.
Wreck the guy.
Yeah.
Now go on. Don't forget the
So I said that there's like, I think we said that the map glitches will be a very important part of the run. This next part is why, because we are going to do like 4 or 5 hours worth of gameplay in 10 minutes.
Yep.
Just by yeeting through half of it, or most of it.
You must not fall into an
All
evil
right.
path. Martial arts are used to keep people alive.
Don't forget that.
Now go on.
Oh, you're just quoting the dialogue. I thought.
Yeah, I
first
just.
at first I thought
Oh
you
no
said
no
there was
no!
something I was
Yeah, I like to quote the dialogue in
I was,
this
like,
game.
I was like, oh crap, is there something I was supposed to
No,
remember?
you're good. You're good.
Okay, there we go. So now we run into Ren, and now we're going to his hideout. Now another auto scroller.
Young shot.
Yep. We just have to wait for Ren to get to a certain point,
I'm
and
gonna
then
up here first, and
Yeah.
then just wait.
whatever way you want to do it, there's not really
Yeah.
anything we can do to speed up Ren. So.
Enjoy these shops. We are entering Kowloon.
Yep.
The Kowloon Walled City, which is based on a real place, which is no longer there.
It's known for like having a lot of like gang problems,
Yeah,
which
it
is
was,
kind of where.
But pretty much a giant cluster of buildings in Hong Kong that was hard to govern, and it was really not really sanitary.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so now
So we're gonna wait from.
past the crate.
Yeah. Yep. And we have to wait for him to get to that certain point, otherwise he's gonna say, "What are you doing? You're going too far ahead."
Rio's gonna be like,
And
"Oh, no, I got lost."
yeah, and then he has to start this all over again.
All right.
This is the Great View Building.
Young Shop is in this building. Let's go. All right. So now we're gonna run up into the herb shop, and we're only gonna do one thing.
It's
We're
the
going-
most. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's the
We're
most.
gonna press the nut button. I'm sorry, I mean bell. All right, there we go. So yeah, now and we walk in there, ring the bell, and leave. There's like a cutscene with like the herb shop guy, but we skip it because we're speedrunners.
Yeah, it's pretty much the shop there is the double agent, and he sets you up with the bad guy, the main mob boss we're gonna be fighting. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
1,000 white quarters.
Yeah,
It'll be used
I forgot much of the lore of this, even though, yeah, even though I played it really recently. But
Yeah, there's a lot. It's a huge game, a lot of lore.
all right, so now we're gonna see the first of a giant string of map glitches.
Yep. This first one, we're gonna be falling through a staircase itself.
It looks really cool.
Yeah.
And it looks really cool. So what we're doing is we're map glitching down the staircase,
1,000 white quarters.
past the trigger, and then we're gonna stop the map glitch halfway through the staircase, and run back upstairs and just drop through the non-existent floor.
Mhm.
Looks really cool. And now the next one, we're just gonna run down the stairs to did that a little early, but we're gonna run down the stairs, and then closely edge back to them because we are still technically on the map for the floor above us. Oh no! Oh, that happens sometimes. So now we gotta do
Yeah.
this. We gotta do the whole thing over again, but it's not a huge deal.
I'm just gonna focus and be quiet for this.
Oh, we're tied again.
Oh.
Oh, no. Oh. Again.
Got it. So
Nice.
we have to be super, super precise
Yeah.
there to spawn the next 4. You have to do 3 steps and 3 super tiny half steps.
No. Come on, I need the NRG here.
So I'm going to be doing another staircase, a very speedrunner one where we have to get through a key here to get through a door. But we're instead going to go through the ceiling because, you know, just drop. Why not just go over it, right?
Pretty much this, the main goal for like the first half to 2/3 of the Kowloon section is getting into the building that Gooby's just dropping into. So this is probably the most important map glitch in the whole run.
Got it. There we go.
Nice.
So then we're
There
still
we
not
go,
done.
got it.
Nice.
Finally.
Good job. That's a hard
It's
one.
a hard one.
Super hard.
And I've been having a lot of trouble with it lately. So yeah.
We're very much so not out of Kowloon yet. We've got quite a ways to go. We haven't even gotten to the infamous staircase.
Oh, the stair. It's
Yeah.
If you enjoyed Final Fantasy VII, you'll enjoy this. That's for sure.
Especially the part where you climb stairs for like a
Shinra.
minute. And yeah, Shinra.
My split name for this section is literally just Shinra.
it really is just Shinra.
Yeah. See, you might notice that some of these staircases have gates on them. And that's like an obstacle which prevents us from just running right upstairs. But if we can use map glitches to just phase through the gates, which is really nice.
We can go up from here.
Let's hurry.
All right, I'm getting the slow.
So I'm gonna be coming into the hardest map glitch in the game. This is the barrel map glitch.
Yeah.
You have to be really, really precise. I'm gonna use my
There we go.
the old school. Nice, good job. The
Don't
old-
go through the red door.
Yes.
That's yeah.
No, didn't get it. I'm gonna be
Right.
using the old school setup for this.
Wrong way.
You have to be right on that white line to get it, and get the map glitch right on there. So it's pretty tough. Nah, didn't get that. Dang. I'm gonna try doing this then.
Yeah, this is a really difficult map glitch that Gooby's doing.
Okay, I got it in the glitch. We'll see if I was in a good position for it. I want to get to west and then exit out of this, and I got it. Like,
Nice.
that's the
There you
hardest
go.
one. So we're out of there, then things get a lot easier from there. But we're not done with Kowloon.
No.
Still
by
not out
no
of it.
means.
No. This section is like, it keeps going. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
It's like the Jelly of the Month Club.
From here. Let's hurry.
What?
Gift that keeps on giving the whole
The-
year round.
I guess I never thought to compare Kowloon to that, huh? So the purpose of these map glitches is to get behind these barriers so we can keep going up through the building. We want to get the 440 through a very specific building. We're going to be going through the F2 Yellowhead building.
Let's
I'm
go.
gonna do this. I'm gonna do the old strat too.
Yeah,
Just safety.
the old school is pretty safe, yeah. So I make a gate disappear, I wait for that little bump, and then I'm good to go in here. And I'm looking for 4s 9, 12, 14,
There we
16,
go.
17.
I think.
Oh,
Yes.
you got it. Nice. Good
Nice
job.
Second try.
Second try is really good for
Yeah.
that. That's like a lot of top runners would be like really
Yeah.
happy with second try.
Yeah.
Like people really pop off when they get first try.
Oh, that was just the map. A little late on the stairs. Whoa. Zoomed all the way out. Whoa. Whoa. Controller.
Oh,
Okay. Come on. There we go.
good. All right.
Okay. There we go. Sort of. I just need to wait for it to show up.
There.
There we go.
There. Okay. Okay. Good.
Come on, controller. Don't do this to me.
Yeah, this game sometimes likes to troll around with computer or with,
Go upstairs. Let's go.
with controllers. So we've definitely like paused races before and stuff with controllers and things.
Nope.
It's all good.
Another little bit of a oof there.
Happens. No worries. You are all good.
Come on. All right.
So on the floors 17 and 18 are going to be pretty important map glitches because they're double-barreled ones. So they're going to be a little different from the ones we just did there.
Whoa! I yeeted through the floor.
Sometimes you just yeet through the floor, right?
Yeah. Come on.
So once I'm done with this, then we're out of Kowloon.
For the most
There
part.
we go. Yep. So we're out of the Kowloon stairs.
Okay, come on. Okay, one more. Okay.
So I'm going to be... These Kowloon stairs are pretty notoriously tough. Like, I remember my first run,
There
I
we go.
spent like an hour just here, just trying this over and over. It was pretty rough. But I'd like to thank Vinny460 through coming by and helping me out with learning that. He's a really, really, really cool person and a great Shenmue runner, so definitely check him out.
All right, there we go.
I hope you like climbing stairs, because
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing this for the next 30 seconds, so... All I need is like a Buster Sword and then some spikier hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you're crushing it with the map glitches.
Thanks. Whoa. Oh my god.
Ah,
Are you kidding me? Controller.
controller.
Controller,
Is that
why do you
better?
do this to me?
Yeah. Looks like it's better now.
Yeah. Well, look like that's what it looked like last time too.
Yeah.
So
Oh no.
let's see here. All right.
So I'm now on the 44 and okay, I know Joy. I'm a door.
Yeah.
I know to save one. That was all completely intentional and as normal. So I gotta save here, otherwise it will soft lock. Just gonna get some quick times. This fight is gonna be really RNG. So even though I'm ahead right now, this race is still
Yeah.
like, depending on our Don New, it's still like pretty much for all intents and purposes we're like even.
Yeah.
Depending on our Don News fights. This fight is incredibly RNG. We do this kicking strat, and we hope he doesn't headbutt or block. When he
Yeah.
blocks, we're in end lag, and he can hit us from that. If he headbutts, he dodges.
So yeah, you want to get in a cycle like that. That's a headbutt.
That's it,
And
yep.
sometimes he really likes headbutting, because controller like this. I did not have any trouble with the controller until today.
Yeah.
So
It happens. Don't worry about it.
might be I don't know. I'm used to having it above a desk, so yeah.
I'm in a really bad position. Fighting game fundamentals will come in play here, like like when dodging and whatnot.
I am not a really experienced fighting game player, so that might be evident.
Which is okay. It's completely okay. Okay, bait into his range and then dodge. Playing this pretty safe, trying to get him. There we go. I like to call this part Twitch chat, by the way, because it's people just telling what to do.
Yeah.
I love you, Twitch chat. Dodging a headbutt, wow. All right, there we go. Don Yu is done. Stand rats, you're mine. Rat. So if anyone here is from Poland, get your Polish flags out. Get excited for Poland. So we like to say, so there'll be one quote here. Oh, did you save?
No, well, I don't need.
Okay.
It never crashes for me.
Oh, okay. Like a Polish mirror. Shoutouts to Poland. All right. And so this is essentially the end of
Yeah. So
our
GG.
run. Thank you. We
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's really.
we still have a lot to do,
Yeah,
but
it's-
there's
that's.
not a lot of like time saves. So it's gonna be very relaxed after that very intense section. You kind of get this very peaceful area in Goylin. So it's
Oh
gonna
my
be
God! Don't do this to me.
Danyu. This is an example of Danyu just being awful, which he is more often than not. I was pretty happy that he was so generous to me.
Show us you're a man. Come on.
I gotta get my pages of notes right. Oh, okay.
Watch out now. Dodge.
There we go. Fortunately, Shenmue is a game you can play with one hand.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Whoa, that was a weird thing.
Oh boy. Okay.
This is also a brand new controller, so. Oof.
Big oofta. Yeah, literally I just hold run here so I can adjust my notes and get that. Okay.
Come on, don't. Oh, come on. There we go.
Yeah!
You're mine. Alright, here we go. Right exit.
What should I do? No. It's an island. What's wrong?
Yep, so finishing off Danyu there.
Like a polished mirror.
Concentrate only on your mind. Nice.
There we go.
Good job.
Really? A lot of them.
So now, this is going to be very, very different from the rest of the runs. So we're going to be meeting this character called Shenhua. She's going to say yes a
Yeah.
lot.
They're beautiful.
So you pick the hurry on option because all the other options just give you more dialogue
Yeah.
and it's slower. So every time we get a chance to dialogue with her, we just
Hurry on.
yeah, just hurry up. Remember, this is a speed run, Shenhua. And then this is a long series of quick times here. So now is a good time for donations or anything you'd like to read during this long series of quick times, and just this whole area pretty much in general.
So yeah, there was a donation.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, there was. Apparently it slipped in about half an hour ago, and the little pop-up didn't come up. I don't know what's going on there. I'll have to
Oh.
look into that. But we got $1 about half an hour ago from CountGooby? KUBGI. Not going to go ahead and pronounce and try to think that France tag at the front of that is included, but they say throw a Kirby on the Flying Marlin.
Oh no.
Go Goody.
Surprised I didn't go for baguette.
Hit both of them.
Thank you, SexRex. Can we have a quick claps, quick applause for SexRex? Doing our overnight streaming. Hard at work.
You can also throw a baguette or un potosi Yite une baguette. I'm pretty sure that yite is not how you say yeet in French.
No, probably not. Oh, speaking of baguette restream, Roma was trash talking me, saying I was gonna lose this race coming into my stream. So I just wanted to that was the whole thing, and I just wanted to put that out there.
I'm gonna be that guy and blame my controller.
You play the controller was legit.
Yeah, I mean,
that's legit.
I mean, yeah.
Like that.
It's not all
that
of
was
it, but
definitely.
it was
yeah, that was
definitely-
definitely. Yeah. So this quick time, like this will be going on for another like minute with me here. Oh.
Oh,
I gotta read. But we can just kind of talk about more Shenmue info here, just why this game is really incredible and why you can go play it. So this is just a really special game for me. I know we kind of memed about it a lot in the beginning, but like it's actually been a really, really helpful game for me personally, and has been like if I'm ever not feeling well, I especially go to this area and can just kind of relax in it, and it really, it's just been a really, really great thing in my life. So I really want to thank Sega and Suki and everyone who worked on this game, because it's definitely helped out my life a lot.
There's also Shenmue 3, which really continues the tradition of Shenmue.
Yes, that game took 19 years to develop. Well, it was 19 years to happen, because there was just getting the funding for Shenmue is pretty tough, because it's a very expensive game. And it recently got released, so if you are interested in this run, if you thought like this game is cool, please go and play Shenmue 1 and 2. It is on Steam. You can get an Xbox, Dreamcast, PS4, Xbox One, you know, anything, any console you have is probably on it. Please play the games. They're a great, fantastic story-based RPG.
Also, shameless plug here. If you want to play this and its predecessor, while also benefiting Midwest Speed Fest and our cause, you can do it on the link in the schedule. So Humble Bundle, right? Humble Store?
Humble Store. So
yeah.
If you buy a game linked on the schedule there through Humble Bundle, donations will go towards the CarbonFund.org Foundation. So part of your purchase will go to them, and you get an awesome game.
Yeah.
Really, 2 games. For
Two
it,
games.
so,
It's 2 games. Yeah, it's a great deal. It's So if you're interested in it and you wanna take the leap, now's your chance.
And everyone if you want to learn to speedrun this game, everyone in the Shenmue community is very chill and friendly, wants to just help get people in this game. Shenmue fans are some of the most like passionate people about their game. It's rare to find a community so dedicated to staying with this game for so long.
Just for context, Shenmue 3 was crowdfunded, and the goal was met like within a few hours of its announcement, I think, or something like that.
It just blew out its donation goal entirely by like so much. I don't remember exactly.
And there are like inserts of all the people who were of different tiered donators or supporters for Shenmue 3 in various areas of Shenmue 3. And it's just insane how many of them there are.
Yeah, if you go play the game, there's like, it's incredible to see all the different people who really believe in this game and are definitely just love it. So, love the Shenmue community. It is a fantastic place to be. This is kind of a time save. You collect sticks here for firewood. You just do it in this order. This is one of the like bigger time saves in Goyland. There's not not a lot of time saves otherwise there. So can we get some hype for collecting firewood?
This jacket does not breathe well, so I'm starting to sweat a bit. But yeah.
Did you ease your shoulders like Shenmue told you
Yeah.
to? That's kind of another joke.
But if you're watching and you haven't noticed already, I'm wearing the same jacket that Ryo is wearing.
Yep. Marlin has got the full Ryo attire. He's got the jacket, the jeans, the white
Got
shirt.
the little piece of tape on my. The piece of tape that might be a bandage, but I'm not entirely sure. Up, down, A. All right, I had a little bit of spaghetti with these QTEs, but I'm almost out of the woods here.
Yep.
Literally
out of the woods.
Oh, and of course I end on.
Happens.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
All right,
Like, you're fine.
cave time now.
Talk to me. So we're gonna say life, and then we're gonna talk about Nozomi, who's a character in Shenmue 1. There's just a required dialogue for it. So you get to learn. If you read this fast, you can kind of get some more info about
Sounds good.
just Ryo and Shenmue.
I have a picture.
Alright, and then that's all done. Fortunately, we don't get to talk about Tom or Goro as much as I would like to talk about them, because there's some pretty goofy characters in this game.
All right, so one of the biggest plot holes in the Shenmue series is that so in Shenmue 1, Ryo does not speak Chinese. He only speaks Japanese. And we know this because there's a quest where you have to find someone who speaks Chinese who would be able to translate a letter. Also, the movement in this cave can be really tricky.
It is.
The controls are a little different, so yeah. Oh, hold on. But yeah, so yeah, Ryo only speaks Japanese in the first one. And then, so in Shenmue 2,
There should be more.
he can talk to people in Hong Kong, which, you know, maybe he speaks English because Hong Kong was a British colony at the time. However, when he gets here, he's speaking to Shenhua, who, first of all, does not go to school because there's no village school, so she probably only speaks Chinese. And not only that, she does not know that Japan exists before she meets Ryo.
There seems to be more.
So Ryo must be speaking to her in Chinese. So on the boat from Japan to China, or from Tokyo to Hong Kong, he must have somehow learned Chinese really quickly. Also, there's a scene where you can hear Shenhua singing in Japanese, which is not really explained at all. She's singing in Japanese even in the English version. So.
There should be more.
So when I get here, I like to say don't sleep on the forest, because
there we go.
this can be kind of a confusing section, so I'm just going to be referencing notes a lot. If you take a wrong turn, it can be pretty costly. There have been world record pace runs that have been lost to the forest. Just from like reading chat and then getting distracted and then, oops, I took a wrong turn. Because they're all different sections. Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be going left, right, left.
How do you
Mash.
And then that'll get me to a river QTE.
How old are you? 2 years young. I used to. Yeah, it would have been. There wasn't. I have a picture.
But if you're playing this game for the first time, this is a really, really beautiful area. So like go and explore it and just relax in it.
I think you should.
It's a very soothing part of the game.
So,
What was that?
a little bit more lore here. So,
I heard that. People.
so in the Kowloon arc, we found Yuanda Zhu, who was being held hostage by the Yellowheads, who are the gang who control that part of Kowloon.
Yep.
And Yuanda Zhu said that if we wanted to find out more about Lan Di and like what he's after, and also just the ancient legends which are associated with,
The mirrors and
yeah,
yep.
the mirrors and stuff.
Yep.
then we'd want to go to find this village called Bailu, which is in Guilin, which is a region/city in southern China.
Yes?
And as luck would have it, we found a girl, Shenhua, who was from Bailu Village.
As a side note, this is also used in the early trailers for Shenmue 3, this section of the game, like jumping on the rocks and...
Because Shenmue 2 starts right where, picks up right where Shenmue 3 leaves off, and Shenmue 1 leaves off. So Shenmue 3 starts, picks up right where Shenmue 2 leaves off.
Yep.
Sorry, 3 hours of sleep.
You're good.
I've had my gamer juice, though, so...
Our Red Bull cooler.
Yeah.
This one, we just follow the path.
Left, right, left. We're both humming the music.
It's just
At
great
different points.
music.
Yeah, it is.
I love the music in this section. It's so beautiful and just calm.
Yeah, it's...
The funny thing is if you fail one of these river quick times, Ryo he doesn't like hurt himself in the river. He just kind of slips in. Oh, my jeans are wet. Guess we can't progress. We gotta go back.
Yeah, and then there's another little QTE thing later on where he just straight up falls to his death. It's a little eerie.
Yeah. Yeah, there is that one that just straight up.
He just falls to his death.
Falls.
Yeah, down like a canyon. It goes from 0 to 100 really quickly. But yeah, you'll see a lot of really beautiful, interesting topographic features here. So the real life Guilin is known for the limestone formations that you'll see. So you'll see a lot of cool rock formations.
And they reference that in the game.
Yep.
With the limestone.
In fact, limestone, or stone.
There's a certain stone.
The stone of this area is kind of significant in the whole series.
Yeah. Just gonna keep going here, going to the left.
Okay, hold on. Okay, just follow the path. All right.
Yep, yep.
And I'll just hold run when I'm moving my papers around. I'll lose like a couple frames, but...
Yeah, you're at the point where you just kind of, you go, yeah. So there is I'm going to get to an option to go to a place that's really pretty in the game to see some flowers, but we're going to say no, and Shenmue gets pretty sad about it, unfortunately. But if you play it casually, go see the flowers.
Yeah. This is like the equivalent of not hugging the goat.
That exactly is not hugging the goat.
except this is a bigger time save.
Yep. Lead the way, Shenhua. So more of these, if we were playing the Xbox version, more of these cutscenes would be skippable, but because of the load times, it's actually slower compared to PC. If the load times were the same, the Xbox version would be fastest. And that's pretty much because of these, these scenes. Nope. Sorry, Shenhua. Yeah. So sad and just, can't do this to her, yo. Can we get some Bible thumps? It's a Bible thump worthy moment.
Oh, no, Ryo, that way.
Movement. Ryo just kind of has a mind of his own.
Yeah.
I feel relieved seeing this tree too, Shenhua. Means I know I'm in the right area to speedrun.
halfway point. It's the halfway point, although that is it's the halfway point, but it's definitely not. Yeah, it's definitely more than halfway.
Yeah.
The Guardian.
What's the matter?
We're back on the original path.
Really?
Yes.
Really? Yes.
The Guardians are the sign. I'm fine.
Oh.
The landslide we saw was this way.
The path that you
Yes. Upper Hepticid. Sign the village is this way.
really Shenpa.
Oh yeah, we saw a landslide. That's another thing that happened.
Carry on.
Good. Yes. Now you can follow me.
So if there's anything to plug now or anything, any donations, it's a pretty good time to do so.
What are you doing?
Rio, no, stop turning around.
Rio with his mind of his own again.
I keep mashing down for hurry up, but before the dialogue enters.
Shenpa, the path branches off.
No.
Let's hurry on.
We've been taking a detour, but ahead is a field full of beautiful flowers.
Swallow.
So I like to call this the Pepsi River.
This field
No.
is called
I think we
If
should.
only it was filled with Pepsi.
Yeah. You need a different game for that.
Wonder what game you need for that.
Gee, maybe it's a game I speedrun. I don't know.
I don't know.
Shenpa.
Pretty sure it's Cola Dude. That seems like the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The color will change soon. Look, Yul.
Pepsi for pizza.
Pepsi for Speedfest.
Yeah.
A fire
So there it is. It changes color.
Says this is a spider.
That's what happens in the cutscene.
The branches look like spider legs.
Now that you mention
We can't skip it, so you just kind of get to enjoy it.
Spider tree. I need photos of the spider tree.
What?
I need photos of the spider tree.
I don't get it.
Parker, give me photos of the spider
Oh. Spider-Man.
tree. Yeah.
Now come on. The village is this way.
I need the mustache too, though.
Mm.
Parker, I need photos of the spider tree.
Yep, more cutscenes. It's okay, Shenhua.
we've come
We
along.
forgive you.
Are you all
No, I'm fine.
You don't?
The path that you don't worry about.
Upper
Don't worry about it.
A spring.
All right, Pepsi springtime.
Yes.
Let's hurry on.
Yes.
Alright, so my path is right, left, left, straight, right.
The path branches off.
Yul, what are you doing?
No choice. Go this way. The path is branching off again.
So in case you're wondering what we're doing here, all this is to get to a village called Bailu Village,
This way.
which is where
That's right.
Shenhua resides.
Which is also where the quest
Shenpa.
Yes.
info, I guess, is.
Let's hurry on.
Yes.
The reason we met her too is we skipped this cutscene, but it's because
The water's
she was trying to save a goat, baby goat that fell in the river.
color spring.
Not the Pepsi River, different river.
Different river. And we tried to pull her out of the river for trying to save the goat. So we really don't hug the goat in this this run, I guess.
The color will change soon.
Well, we gotta pick some herbs.
Was it a goat or a deer?
You know what? It actually might have been a
think
deer.
it was like a
yeah, I
baby
think
deer,
it's a
yeah.
deer. Fawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would not want to drink green Pepsi.
No, green Pepsi. They call that Mountain Dew.
Maybe it's St. Patrick's Day.
This spring is strange.
I mean, St. Patrick's Day is like
It is pretty close.
pretty soon. Like 10 days, I think.
We're early to celebrate St.
Yeah.
Patrick's Day.
All right.
Landslide. We have to take a different path.
I'm sorry, Yul.
Huh?
After I told you to leave it to me to lead you the way.
Don't worry about it. Let's get back to that branching path.
All right.
Yes.
I think after here, supposed to go right. There we go.
We've no choice but to go
going to be going into some cliffs
You can lead the way.
soon. Yeah. Oh.
And these are some QTEs which you can't really. Don't sleep on the forest.
Don't sleep on the forest. Ooh, crap. Okay.
So these are some
Slept on the
QTEs coming up
forest.
ahead soon that aren't.
Oh boy.
These are some QTEs coming up ahead that are like not consistent every time. It depends on like which way you're headed. So
Yeah, shoot. Where did I go wrong?
up the herbs.
Wait, you.
Probably right here.
These are herbs for my father.
Your father?
Okay. Whew.
There you go.
I'm sorry. I kept you waiting.
I was real scared there. It's like, where did I get lost? That's an easy one.
Yeah, you weren't that
Missed
far
that
away.
one before. Whew. Okay, good. So lost a little bit of time there, but that's fine.
Still in the lead, unless you
Uh,
fall to your death. in which
I
case-
hope I don't. I mean, this is called. I call this the Monka-S cliffs because these are random quick times. If you
Yeah.
get too far to the side, then it'll be either left or right. So kind of don't know when it's gonna start. You can, if you're really, 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 really precise, you could avoid them, but
It's usually slower.
yeah. So you just take one and just kind of go with it.
Yeah, that rock bridge right there is the hardest one.
Mm.
GG.
Yeah.
All right, now that's the run pretty much, but not really.
There's still some time to go.
Yeah. But
This is the one where we also
yeah.
could fall to our death.
Yeah.
Just jump, Rio. Just go over the, just this cliff jump. No pressure.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna take a right. Shenmue, hurry on. Right, hurry on. Don't go. Okay.
Whoa,
then-
crap.
Oh.
That's a little early.
Oh. Yeah, that was really early.
All right.
I don't think I've ever seen one that early.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I was a little distracted, so.
Happens.
But, yeah. All right.
No worries.
There we go. As long as you're ready for the QTEs, you can just run across these at full speed.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can anticipate which way they're going to go, then yeah. Okay, there we go. And they're kind of generous. So if you accidentally hit the wrong direction at first, it won't like automatically kill you.
The bridge ends here.
Jump carefully.
Up
We can make
X,
it.
or
Alright.
up A.
Shenmue's gonna say yes to us 2 more times here.
Okay.
And we can go see a waterfall. If you're playing this casually, go see the waterfall.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
What? Oh no! What?
What?
I okay.
Oh, I mean, you're
I think
fine.
I mashed.
but-
I think I hit it a little too quickly. Yeah.
Aw.
Jump carefully. We can make
Don't
it.
sleep on the forest.
Yo, jump!
So you're missing Rio
okay.
die. Oh, it's whoops. I'm used to the. I was used to the one at Ren with up A up. It's up A. Okay.
Happens.
I'm once again 3 hours of sleep, and that's being generous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Muscle memory was. There we go. Finally. First try.
Hey.
Yo, let's move on.
Yeah. It's this way, right?
One time I lost a pretty good run
Let's go.
to the waterfall. I accidentally.
No.
I accidentally hit yes, go see the waterfall. And
Oh. That's so unfortunate.
then, yeah.
Oh. Because I know everything else you had to go through. Like, you got to get the good, big or small, the
Yeah.
good Don Yu fight. Everything is in your favor, and then the one.
Yeah.
So this is where you could see the waterfall.
Yeah.
What is this?
It's really
But
cool.
yeah,
That is a stone
we're not gonna go
mountain.
see it.
The stone
Even with
wall,
the game kind of wanting us to with that grand pan and whatnot.
road sign. Then
We're back on the usual path. I'm familiar with this path.
Yes.
really,
Oh,
The village is not far from here now. Let's go. Follow me.
it's a waterfall.
yeah.
So I wonder what happens more often, Shenhua saying yes or Ryo saying really.
I feel like Shenhua saying yes
Yeah.
is the one.
What's wrong?
Alright.
Huh?
So soon we will be at Shenhua's home,
Are we lost?
No.
and we're just gonna have to, similar to what we've been doing before, is just kind of wait for her to get there.
Just the
But another
Flower
cutscene.
time.
Yep.
one of them will be a detour. The paths look so much alike, I can't tell which
Oh,
one.
there's a detour.
All right. I'll decide on which path to take.
Yes, please do.
Or the flowers as well. This is just the right to avoid the detour. All right.
Let's go this way.
There we go, Shenhua's house. So out of the forest.
Shenpa.
Yeah.
So you can only run partially up this hill on the left here.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like the physics.
Yeah, like I'm holding run, and then you can kind of see Ryo. Then he runs, and then they'll get to be a point, and then you just there's a wall, and you can't get through. So you kind of are locked to Shenhua.
Shenpa.
So I'm trying to keep going, and you just kind of keep getting pushed back. You kind of try to force your way, but it doesn't like to work out. There you go. So in case you're not familiar with Shenmue, this will give you a little bit of info about where the game name comes from. The game name is from that tree there, and
It sounds like
Yeah.
a
a lot of
waterfall.
people
I
get
hear
confused
it
about
from
this.
the top of the
So
rock.
Ryo's name is not Ryo Shenmue.
I don't think
It's
It's
Ryo
it's-
Hazuki.
I thought it was Sans Undertale.
It's Sans Undertale. We were playing.
Go find out?
Jokes on all of you. This is an Undertale speedrun this whole time.
Yeah.
No, we should keep going.
True.
You'd be surprised how many people I've met and they're like, oh, yeah, Ryo Shenmue. It's like,
Yeah.
no, not quite. But I can see where it comes from.
Shenpa.
Yes,
Let's hurry on.
yes.
Ryo's face there, just I smell something good. It's
Yeah,
always pretty
she's-
funny.
Making some nice hot food there.
Yep. I think she was cooking rabbit is what happens in the story
Yeah.
there. Or so we're
She
we're
makes-
not saving the animals, are we?
No, we're not. Yeah, she's, but we do get some nice hot food, which.
Yeah.
Although I do have a question.
It won't take long now.
Why do they call it oven?
Let's move on.
When you of in the cold food, of out hot eat the food.
Yo,
Marlon, you're a
Hey,
monster.
Shenpa.
we have to,
Really?
but it's on that.
But I need to go.
Why?
I need to say- Please, please.
Oh.
Good. Follow me.
I do what I must.
So we're gonna wait for lunch here, and then we're gonna be walking with Shenhua on Cloudbird Trail. Just zoom in on her and automatically walk. You can just kind of look at the scenery here and enjoy it. Otherwise, it just kind of defaults to Shenhua right here. What's cool about Shenhua's house is that it got fully recreated in Shenmue 3, so it's cool to see like the
What's
the
name of
Dreamcast
it?
Xbox graphics, and all of a sudden it's made all nice and
Yeah.
HD, and
And they added an extra room.
I used to
They did.
run.
And they also added a picture of Sex Rex.
yeah.
Over here, when
There's a
they
picture
find
there. We
the
like to say is Sex Rex there.
We-
Is this house located in
and
Bangkok?
Gooby, every time Gooby leaves the house in Shenmue 3, he praises the picture of Sex Rex.
Yep.
Really?
Gotta say bye to Sex Rex before leaving home. Essentially, it's just a character with a beard.
Yeah,
That's the whole.
not even a character, just like a painting.
yeah.
Shenpa.
What's
Do
wrong,
we
Bill?
have a moment for a quick donation?
Yes, we do.
We've got $11 from Dizdon, who says, we need more baguette and fatso wraps. Shout outs to $900.
Awesome. keep that going. Let's break 1K real soon. I know we can break last Speed Sprinter's goal of total of $2,048. Let's see if we can beat Speedfest with $3,250. Last time I checked, we're on pace, so I think we can do it.
Sweet.
Yeah, every donation goes to carbonfund.org Foundation's worldwide efforts to help sequester carbon from the atmosphere and combat the effects of global climate change. They're planting trees. They're building sustainable energy plants. It's a great foundation. Check them out. Throw some money at them. Feel good.
Yeah, and they have over 180 active projects they've been doing, so they do so much.
Oh, I have to wait still. Okay. I messed up, sorry.
So I'm on the last area of the game. I'll let you know when it's time, but time will be when we place this mirror on a pedestal. So the game has been fairly realistic up to this point, but then we get this kind of mystical element at the end. We get this sword, and it's going to have some magical powers, and
then we got to steal the Declaration of Independence.
And at first it was Undertale. So first it was Clumsy Librarian Simulator. Then what was it? We got Undertale, and then now we're. I can't. The movie's not coming to me.
National Treasure.
National Treasure. That was it.
Whoa. Controller.
There we go.
At least it was during an auto scroller.
Yeah. And we don't know where Shenmue gets that magical power. There's nothing in the story that kind of lets you know that. Just kind of, I have teleporting powers, or not teleporting, the magical powers. And so this is the last pedestal in the run.
So get ready on time for Gooby.
Yep. What is that? That is the end of our run. That's what it is.
All right.
Oh, speaking of controllers, hold up.
Oh. Gotta.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Hold on.
I had to get one too. Because
Yeah.
controllers take no prisoners.
I mean, Murphy's Law, right?
Yep. This is true.
So yeah, this is the stone pit, which is a really cool looking cave. But yeah, definitely, this is awesome. We're almost done.
And time.
GG, man.
Thank you.
Congratulations on winning the first ever Shenmue marathon race
Yep.
that I know of.
This is the
Shenmue 2
first
marathon race, at least.
This is the first time there's ever been a race in a Shenmue 2 race in a marathon. This game has been shown at
Probably
Games Done Quick and ESA and marathons like that, but never has been a race.
Yeah.
So
I don't think Shenmue 1 probably hasn't been raced either, because that's
no.
Shenmue 1's not really seen as good of as being as good of a speed game because there are a lot more unskippable cutscenes
Yep.
in all versions.
It's like an 8-hour run, and it's there's just a lot of waiting.
There's no, oh, that's the wrong button. There's no map glitching. It's,
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, that's very realistic looking there.
Yeah. So I would just like to shout out Marlin doing this race with me. You were awesome.
Thanks. You too. Right back at you.
Kirby, right back at you.
All right.
This thank you to the Shenmue community, everyone who's been helping out, like A1 Major, Vinny, 460, Audissic. They're all wonderful. Go support them. Please support the game. It's a really, really great series. And it's just such a great game. It means a lot to me. So, any shout-outs you wanted to make, Marlon?
That's about it. There we go. Almost. This when you're doing the runs and you're on a good pace, like this is always a really nerve-wracking thing because it always takes a lot longer than you want it to. This cutscene.
Yeah. This area in
Whoa,
general
whoops.
is very,
All
very
right.
nerve-wracking on PB pace.
And yatta. 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 Daigaku.
Yeah.
And ready? Time.
Time. GG Marlin.
GG Gooby.
Great race.
Oh, my arm. Yatta. Anyway, yeah.
Were any of the incentives met for Duck Race to show that, or any mini games? Okay.
Sad
All right.
pickle chips.
Well, we're gonna get right over to Wild Animals Racing. Thank you everyone who came by and watched this run.
Hope you enjoy. Hope you have enjoyed the second greatest JRPG of our generation, and get ready for the greatest JRPG of our generation. Oh, and true fast.